Would you like to see the perfect entry for new traders when it comes to swing trading? Maybe you're not a day trader, not everybody can do that, but swing trading allows you to have a second job and kind of keep one eye on the market. But the biggest mistake new traders make is they wind up chasing price. I'm going to use Lyft here as an example. Back in the past, Lyft ran. You never want to be this person. You're never going to get better at trading buying here. You never want to be the person buying Lyft up here. You're never going to get better at trading. So how do you get better at trading? Entry. Your entry point is everything. The better the entry point, the better the trade. The better the entry point, the less angst and emotion you have to sit through. The better the entry point, the better risk reward you have. If you're wrong, it's a paper cut, ideally. If you're right, it's a win. You book it and you pay yourself. You do this over and over and it becomes habit. Anything you can do 2 to 3 weeks consistently will become habit. But first you have to break the bad habit. And the bad habit is chasing stocks like Lyft here in the past. Just because the herd is running to something doesn't mean you run to it. You make note of it, you wait, and you watch. Or you use trade ideas, real-time scan. This is not a screener. This doesn't give you ideas for the day. It tells you in real time, something just happened, and it happened at a place where you want it to happen. And that's what I mean when we talk about contrarian trading. Contrarian entry means when they're selling, you're buying, but you're buying for a reason. And based on the daily chart here, I'm going to leave Lyft up. This 10-period moving average is usually the sign of momentum. This red line here is the 20 SMA, and I call that the backstop. So when the momentum line breaks, maybe the cloud here you can consider is between 10 and 20. But for the most part, I want to know strong stocks. I want to know not when they're going to highs. That's amateur. I want to know when they pull back and test my favorite moving average, the rising 10 SMA. This is where the professionals buy it. This is where the algorithms buy it. You're competing with the algorithms whether you realize it or not, so you might as well join their game. So how do we do this? Well, real quickly, I'm going to bring up a scan. And what I've done is I'm going to go to history just to kind of show you some ideas. And you can see I'll bring Lyft back on here. But what is this scan doing? This is the genius of trade ideas. Let me pull the configuration and we'll take a quick look. Essentially, I'm looking for a new low. And of these filters, the price needs to be a minimum $5. Today's change, we've got to be down today, all right? That's a given. We want a red candle pulling back into an area of interest, which, by the way, the area of interest is expressed right here. And we could tighten this up, but right now it's showing us a change from the 10-day SMA in percent. And we're giving a window or an envelope, if you will, negative 1/4% to positive 1/4%. What does that mean? Well, that's basically a 0.5% total at or around a rising 10-day simple moving average. So it'll only tell me a new low at that level. It'll disregard, all other lows will be disregarded unless it's at this level. But please keep in mind that it also has to be up at least 4% over the last 10 days. So that ensures that the price has been moving up. But again, today it's down 1%. We're hitting new lows right into the 10-day simple moving average. Now, before I tease you with some more, I can share this with you. So if you're one of the people who are intrigued and make it to the end of this video, stick around because I've got more to show you. But if you have to leave, you can email us and I'll give you the cloud code so you can load this directly into your trade ideas and start using it right away. So with that understanding of what we just looked at on the setup, it's showing me stocks in real time that look like Lyft. When I pulled that history today, we also have some other names. So let's go back and take a look at them. We had ANET. Let's take a look. Okay, so there is the alert 10 SMA. That's the 20 SMA, so it's actually bled through. All right. We had DraftKings. DraftKings is a big pullback right at the 10 SMA. And for the moment, it's bleeding down a little bit lower, but we're watching the daily candle here. See how it closes. There's Lyft. We looked at that one. APP. Here's another one. What's going on? Ooh, this is beautiful. Now, notice that we didn't buy it right at here, but I'm watching it, all right? I'm watching it, and maybe by the end of the day, we can see right here that if you keep an eye on these stocks, you might notice that there is a turn. In other words, we can be early down here and suffer a lot of unneeded emotional distress, or we can wait for it to kind of wick. You see how that wick, as we get closer to the end of the day, it might show us that that was in fact a reversal washout. So it gives us more confidence. All right, I'll buy this chart right here. If this was 5 minutes to the close, I'd buy this chart and hold it overnight. It's a great looking swing trade. So we have to evaluate each one of them on their own. Let's look back a little bit more and see what else was on here. And there's some quality, which means it's not everything that came through today. It's just a few different names. So we're not having to pick a bunch of different things. Let's take a look at what NU did. All right, NU has also gone down, but here, midday, it's starting to fight back. So I think the big takeaway is here, this is a wonderful scan for contrarian entries of stocks that have been moving higher. You get alerted in real time, but we've only got about 10 symbols here, and that becomes your watch list for the day. Maybe you don't buy them right after the open because they slam down, but maybe they start to recover a little bit, and here's our 10 SMA on the 15-minute. I'll leave you with that. That wouldn't be an intraday reversal if you could take out the 10 SMA on a 15-minute chart, at least in my world. So I'm happy to share this scan with you. I just call it pullback to the 10 SMA. You're buying strong stocks, but you're not chasing. If you do this in a simulated account, you'll get confidence. If you're already a skilled trader and you want to start doing this in your live account, you might start seeing some immediate improvement. This is a great scan for new traders who are struggling. Good luck.